As a boy, Jim Graybill had a dream of flying. James Lewis Graybill was born at home in Mason County, Kentucky on February 4, 1933, to parents Dorothy Armstrong Boyd and Charles Grant Graybill. The family, with Jim and sister Charlotte, moved to Shelby County, where they were tobacco and dairy farmers. Jim's parents could not comprehend why their son J.L., as he was called, always ran around with two sticks held together, pretending to fly his plane. Flight was relatively unknown in rural Kentucky, and his ambition to fly was viewed as frivolous. At age 10, Jim faced the tragedy of losing his mother Dorothy. She was only 41 years old. This left Jim, Charlotte, and their dad Charlie without someone to care for the house and family. Grandma Graybill moved in to help out. Jim was quite an athlete during his school years. His football ability won him the praise of the entire Shelbyville community. He was captain of the high school football team and was honorable mention in the all-state football team his junior and senior year. He also worked at many jobs. The one he loved best was washing airplanes in exchange for flight instruction at Shelbyville's airfield. He eventually soloed off runway 22 at Bluegrass Field on his 16th birthday. The plans to be an airline pilot were still viewed as foolish ambition by family members. After graduation from Shelbyville High School, it was on to the University of Kentucky, where Jim majored in engineering. 1 year spent at Parks College, the University of St. Louis, further fueled his flying dreams. When the Korean War broke out, Jim enlisted in the United States Marine Corps and headed for boot camp at Parris Island, where he won his platoon's Honor Man Award and, as a result, was assigned as a drill instructor. Jim applied for and was approved for flight school in Pensacola, but the orders did not get signed fast enough, so Jim was on to San Diego and the Korean War, where he would spend 14 very hot and very cold months in Korea, and where he received the Purple Heart and a battlefield commission of captain. After his time of service, Jim came home to family and friends and UK to finish his degree. While at UK, Jim married his high school sweetheart, and together they had 3 children, Connie, John, and Kathy. Jim's dream of flying full-time was never very far away. Between working as an assistant plant engineer at Mengel in Louisville, Kentucky, and teaching flying at Bowman Field, he started sending out resumes to airlines in hopes of getting an interview. He had been encouraged by Dick Malloy, owner of Kentucky Flying Service, to try for an airline job. By now, he had his commercial, instrument, multi-engine ratings, as well as being a certified flight instructor. Job change moved the Graybills from Shelbyville to Lexington, where Jim was employed by Square D. He also instructed at Bomar Flying Service at Bluegrass Field. Then, after many trips to the post office and many not hiring letters, there was the telegram inviting him to report to Miami for a pilot interview with Eastern Airlines. Bob Cole, Kentucky Aviation Museum docent and former Eastern ticket agent, remembers giving Jim his pass to fly to Miami, where Jim was hired by Eastern Airlines. Jim's career with Eastern lasted more than 30 years. It started with an assignment to Charlotte, North Carolina as a co-pilot on the Martin 404 and Convair 440. Over the course of his service with the airline, his assigned bases included Washington, D.C., Chicago, Miami, and Atlanta. During this time, he flew the Lockheed Electra, the DC-7B, and Boeing 727 as flight engineer and co-pilot. In December 1968, the milestone year, Jim checked out as captain on the Convair 440, and the following year added the Electra to his logbook. He continued on as a pilot in command on the 727, the DC-9, the Lockheed L-1011, as well as the Boeing 757 and 767. Jim was assigned to the Eastern Flight Training Department in Miami in 1979 as an instructor and check captain on the B-727 and DC-9. Scheduling during this time dictated that he spend 3 months in the Miami Training Department, followed by 1 month flying the line out of the home base in Atlanta. The plan continued until March 4, 1989, when Eastern pilots, flight attendants, ramp service, and mechanics went on strike to protest the airline's management's anti-labor tactics. Jim did not cross the picket line, and within 2 years, Eastern Airlines shut down. Jim went to Europe and flew the Boeing 757 for Air Holland, but home and family beckoned. It was on to Savannah, Georgia, where he became an FAA pilot examiner and instructor on the Gulfstream 4 for Flight Safety International. Along about 1992, a former student from his days at Bowman Field in Louisville contacted Jim. She was moving to Savannah and needed his help in upgrading her logbook. Jim and Beverly were married in 1999. They now live in Nicholasville with their basset hound, Sam. A stepson and a couple of grandkids came along with the deal, and now Jim has another jarhead to trade Marine Corps stories with. Major John Andrew Forrest, USMC, retired. One of Jim's 5 grandchildren, granddaughter Lindsay Henry, joined the aviation family when she graduated from ASA flight attendant school. She made her granddad very, very proud. While Jim has seen his share of honors and achievements during his 33,000 hours of flying, he considers the honor of being enshrined in the Kentucky Aviation Hall of Fame to be the pinnacle of awards. It is therefore fitting that James Lewis Graybill, a boy with a dream and a man who achieved his dream of being an airline pilot, be enshrined into the official Aviation Hall of Fame of the Commonwealth of Kentucky.